Hello, potato. What is this? Okay, let's hop right into her. Okay, we got inadequate red fruit. What does that mean? That's fucking bad. Okay, of course. The inadequate red fruit. Why is Pearson 21st Century on here? Oh, it's just a bad apple over round play.
Good news, it's the weekend. I'm going to sleep in tonight. Bad news.
So good news, this is the last night of me eating sleep. Bad news, I still am in need of sleep. But we deal. And I have caffeine. I have caffeine though tonight. Hello, this gritty. Let me hit the gritty real quick. I should get a face cam just so I can hit the gritty, and I can do like the 6-7 hand motion, and I can pretend like jerk off. Okay, let's actually do some grid. 21st century, basically no PC 98. Where's black? Where's white? What if I do like Renko? Okay, 4.5, not bad, not bad. Is Maribel black? She doesn't appear in any games. Well, if they have 0 game appearances, does that still count? There's 5 or less. Appears in Bad Apple. It's like every character 6 through 10 with like Ellie and like Yuka. Is Kurumi in that as well? I could do like Merlin. Is Merlin too easy? Too simple? Too basic? Let me do Yuyuko. I like that Yuyuko. What? There's white on her outfit. I fucking did the wrong thing. Oh, I put her in the wrong spot. Why the fuck did I put her here? I was thinking that the bad apple and the where's white were the same fucking line, but it's not the case. Oh, I'm a genius. That's the case. Let's put Yuko right here. Yeah, babe, look at that 1.4. Ooh, shoddy, kind of bad. Here's in bad apple. What if I did like... Ooh, medicine might be a good shout. Come on, this counts the mate. Ooh, I could do ooh. Medicine could go in any of these. I feel like medicine's a good spot, but in which one? I kind of do medicine and Tay. I think it's in Bad Apple, right? I actually don't know that for fact. I just feel like she should be. You know who is in Bad Apple? Momiji. 0.8, not bad, not bad. Wireless game appearances, where's white? These are some pretty broad categories, I will say. Who's the extended version of the music there? Is the extended version just like the one that's like 3.5 minutes long? Like the normal one, or is there like more to that? Does Diasei have white? I kind of want to gamble on that. Ooh, shout out. My goat, the big boobed fairy. And then down here we go for Sunny MILF. Okay. Ooh, he's on a roll. Ooh, he's on a roll. The what fairy? The big boob fairy. Diasei literally means big fairy. So clearly she has big boobs. Like, I don't think that's a stretch. And then we go... Does Star have black? I feel like Star has black, right? Fuck. I'm cooked. It's over for me. GG. I'm launched. I was on a roll. I'm surprised that my Renko is my worst. I really want to do medicine one of these, but I don't know which one. Which one? Oh, which one do I do medicine in? I'm gonna do medicine up here. They usually count 3. Are they not counting medicine bed apple? Let me do it for you. 1.4? Okay. That's a lot better than I was expecting. Where's Black's stage boss? Ooh. I jumped to Junko. Is that right though? I just like a lot of answers over time. Like this isn't bad apple. I thought that I've always thought that when Alice appears on the screen, she's holding the doll, and I've always just acted under the assumption that that was supposed to be medicine. The problem is there's so many times I really want to say Junko. I just feel like Junko's too weird. Let's go Yoshika. Yoshika's black, right? Yeah, okay, she does. Okay. We're going for the all-legendary grid. Hold on. I don't think this is the hardest all-legendary grid you've ever seen, but we're going for the all-legendary. 5 or less game appearances wears black. 5 or less appearances appears in Bad Apple. This one might be the harder one. Is Tay in Bad Apple? That's a really good question. Do you think Alice has 5 or less game appearances? What does she appear in? She's in 5s. It's 5, 7, 7.5, 8. Yeah, she's in too many. She's in too many. What about Mei Ling? The game appearances is weird because it probably counts Hopeless Masquerade as well. So that's like a Gambalagoo. I could go Aiki. Like, Aiki and Komachi come to mind. Komachi's, I feel like, a good shout. Because Komachi's in, what? 9, 10, 5, 12, 3, and maybe Hopeless Masquerade, but that's it? I feel like those are too easy. Is Goliath or Shanghai Doll, on here? No, okay, I'm kind of glad about that. Hey, do Rainbow Marissa! I'm not going to trust putting something like Remy, because, I'd have to think if she's 5 or less, but then she's probably in a billion endings throughout Touhou, so there's no way that's a good show. What about the frog? Or Kaneko? Ooh, I'm thinking. Oh, I'm thinking any of the Moth cast really. Not Aya, not Notori. I already have Notori anyway. But I'm thinking Shizu and Minariko are on there. I'm thinking Hina. There's Kaneko and Suwako. I feel like all of them are fair bets because all of them should work for this. Because Suwako is only playable in 2 games, or I guess not. She wasn't playable in 10, but you get the idea. So even a weird thing like Hopeless Masquerade shouldn't put her over the edge, even if there's one more. Same with Kaneko. Well, is that even true? Because some of the other game, maybe I just go with Hina. No, it's never been. Hina failed me. Oh, Potato Bot, I'm killing your wife right now. He's dead to me. Wears black. Who fucking cares who wears black anymore, honestly? Doesn't matter. Oh, fucking, it might as well be anybody. 5 or less game appearances. Who does Saki have black? Maybe she has black. I don't know. Doesn't matter anymore. Keiki is Keiki at black. She's caked up. I can do Junkie. That'd be boring though. Sagume at black. Clampy shouldn't. Quakumer. Yeah, there's a legend. Fuck you, you piece of shit, Hina. Yeah, I mean, look at when one category the best pick is 3.5. Really, dude? You know that is most pick. I knew to get off the Merlin meta. I was gonna put Merlin in like one of these spots. I was like, no, I shouldn't do Merlin. Yeah, and down here on the second most, you know, with some of these most picks, really, Lily, for like most picks in these spots. Lunasi, the Prism River meta's falling off, which I played around, which I'm happy about. Least common, I had Yuko in the wrong spot, although I had Yuko up there, which is pretty good. What the fuck is this? Here's the extended version. She appears in the extended version. What the fuck is the extended version? Akyu! I have some choice words right now. Rika. Where's the fucking black, like the belt? Come on. Where the fucking hat? Tojiko's always good. I gotta remember Tojiko. I always forget. Where's the black on you? The fucking frill with the tiniest black line. I mean, I'm pretty happy with my guesses all around, except for... the Hina one. Fucking extended version of Bad Apple, my ass. Damn, I'm fucking cooked. Look at this, man. Oh, man. Dude, I was doing so good. The Hina fucked me over. I'm never trusting Hina again in my life. How do you get this score? I shouldn't. I should probably just quit for the day. Like, I should probably just not even play Touhou anymore. I should probably retire. I like general. I just alt-tab back to the game, PlatoBot, and now you post a link? The game's not even capturing. I'm tilted. It's over. They're stealing. She's turning to you, maybe. It's over. Like general, I'll never trust Hina again in my life. Okay, fine. Let me just restart the game because this time it doesn't want to capture. Yeah, last time you captured fine, but this time you don't want to. Sure, whatever, game. Hina meta's fallen. Billions was. Oh, fucking extended version of Bad Apple, by the way. Fucking medicine's not even the extended version of Bad Apple. We got fucking Akyu in there. God forbid we get medicine. Medicine representation at an all-time low. Why are you still not capturing? Oh, I know why. It's because I'm stupid. I'm in the complete wrong fucking scene. It probably would have captured fine. I just never clicked out of the one I did before. Tell Fonzo, sometimes you gotta get angry. Sometimes you gotta get angry, but the problem is, as an adult, you have to, like, you know, be responsible and not rage, on, you know, just, like, out there. But sometimes what you should do is you should just, like, take a mild, like, annoyance and just crank it to the max and just start yelling, because it's fun. Like, when there's no, like, repercussion, but there's no, like, consequence, and it's a relatively unserious matter, that's when it's best to just yell. Kind of like the, Touhou popularity poll, which it's the perfect thing to just yell at. You know, old man yells at cloud. Sometimes you need to... Oops. Sometimes you need to unveil your inner Junko. Why? Not because the problem at hand is actually, like, so problematic it's the end of the world. Which is somehow got 1,000 extra first place votes last year. It's the fucking bot farms, I tell you. So I have a bit. I have a. It's gonna be a long bit. I have a bit in mind for the popularity poll whenever it drops. I already have broad ideas, although like some like the final touches will have to wait until after the popularity poll comes out. But I'm gonna make an every Touhou fans reaction to the popularity poll as it when it drops. Which will just be me. Which will just be a fucking me on my couch, pretending to be Touhou fans of all the different characters and just reacting to the poll in some way. It's gonna be absolute peak, I assure you. I already have great ideas in mind, although some of the specifics are gonna vary depending on who does what in the poll, right? You never know who's exactly gonna go up and down. I really want Sega to go up slightly in the poll. Also, I really would like Koishi to drop like 2 positions. I don't care who gets first. I just really don't want to be Koishi because I think it would be funnier that way. Not that I have like any actual like stake in who's first or something, but simply because it would Reimu #1. I mean, Reimu will always be top tier just due to the nature of things, but I don't know, is Reimu, like, where does Reimu rank? Where does she rank last year? Like, I assume she's always top 10, but, like, I actually don't, like, know off the top of my head. But, like, I really doubt... Second? Okay, never mind. I was literally about to say, I really doubt she's in contention for first place, usually. I bet she's, like, 5th or 6th, but never mind. Mima #1, guys. Surely this is our year, Mima. No. Mima will get #1 once Zune finally brings her back. Then she'll take it over. So the Reimu and Yomu, they've always basically trading closer first, second, third. Trading what? Wait. Versa Reimu and who? Let me just get that out there for a minute. Yomu fans smoking that copium. Honestly, I would just expect, like, on the popularity poll, like, Flan and Koishi to be rather interchangeable in where they place. And they both tend to place in, like, the same spot. Everybody about to be Reimu versus Flan, Koishi, and Yomu. Sakura used to be up there, right? She's like dropped over the years, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, dropped a little bit. The 5th to 10th, more or less nowadays. Sick. Where does Aya usually place? Around the 5th to 10th mark, or is she slightly lower? I would assume an Aya is one of those characters that's consistently up there, but like not in the running for number 1. Low teens. Aya's cook. I was about to say, I'm kind of surprised based on how, like, common and popular Aya is in, like, things, but then at the same time, I remember that, like, oh, she's not, like, an extra stage boss. She's not a protagonist, usually, and she's also not, like, a genocidal, like, murderer extra stage boss, so who cares about her? You've been moving up since you joined Quincy. Moving up like what? Moving up like what? What does moving up mean? Like 5 places from mid to low 40s. Remember, she was 39th last year. Woo-ki-woo. I'm not being mean to Hida. I like Hida. Why'd I go up? But what I'm saying is, like, you know, oh, she's moving up the popularity poll. From, like, ooh, man, I moved up 3 spots in the last year. Or, oh, no, my favorite character dropped 3 spots. This is the end. My life is over. It's meaningless. Okay, I can take the Yomo off the screen for now. Like, I really want Koichi to drop from 1st to, like, 3rd. But, like, not more than that. I really want to just drop, like, 1 or 2 spots so I can just make jokes about people being like, no! She's not, like, the most popular. She's only, like, the 3rd most. This is unbelievable. My life is over. It's meaningless. Shit all. I've commented this before, but I'll comment it again. I used to really have no opinion on Koichi. Like, I used to honestly, like, have a slight distaste just due to the general community opinion. And, like, I didn't really have a strong opinion of her. After playing the fighting games that had Koichi in them, basically Hopeless Masquerade up, I like Koichi a bit. Like, her canon appearances are very entertaining, and some of her like, I liked Koichi in Aya Ace Attorney a lot, but so like there are Koichis I really like, but like the broad Koichi, you know, fan appearances I don't particularly care for, and despite the fact that I find her entertaining in the fighting games, I don't, like, that doesn't particularly make me, like, love her character as much. Like, I'm like, yeah, she's a solid kid. Like, my opinion on her has always been, yeah, she's solid, and, like, I enjoy her when she appears, but, like, I don't have a strong opinion about her. Like, she's always a character that's like, I fucking love this stuff. That's always like, yeah, you know, when she appears, it's like, oh, that's cool, but... Oh, yeah, for grabbing Koishi, yeah. Koishi X Kokoro so popular because of their interactions in the fighting games. Like, Touhou fans are so like, will make Yuri out of anything. And when it comes down to fighting games, or to Touhou, like, some of the most common interactions are in the fighting games. So all it takes is, like, one interaction. People go, oh my gosh, they're perfect together. Or you could be like Potato Bot and be like, I don't understand why anyone would ship Koishi and Kokoro. Like, why would you ship anything that isn't Aya and Reimu? What the fuck? This is so weird. You guys are so weird with your ships. It's unbelievable. Potato Bot is way to respond. I also condone Renko X Maribel. I'm just quirky like that. Pete, take him out back and hug him. Who am I telling that to? I don't know. My mods that agree with me. AKA me. Okay, here's a second question for you. Of the Maribel and Renko votes in the popularity poll... Are these mods in the room with us now? Yeah, me. Of the people who vote for Renko and or Maribel in the popularity poll, how many of them vote for them because they liked them in like, you know, the CD books? I'm gonna call them CD books because that's kind of what they are effectively. In like the CD like bits. Because like, oh, I really like their story and stuff. And what's the percentage of people who vote for them just because Yuri, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, Yuri. Is it like 10%, 90%? Just bored. Okay, Potato Bot, which one do you like more? Moko X Kaguya or Moko X Kaine? I'll go one further if you want to do Moko X Sumareko. That's a hard one. The only appropriate follow-up is to say it's a hard one because I hate them all. What's Yuri? It's kind of a reference to the anime Yuri on Ice. That's actually where the term Yuri. If you're doing a bit, Yuri is just lesbian, but like from said differently. If you're not saying it as a joke, if you're asking it as a joke, then my previous statement holds. Hold on. Do you actually think that Zune is doing 4D chess when he writes the Maribel Renko stuff? in that he knows everyone is just there for like for the potential Yuri, so he keeps like baiting it and never actually like does it because he knows the moment that they like kiss, people are just gonna like be gone. But like he baits them with it, and then he just puts in all those like beer conversations. So like he's aware of this and baits people. This is how he gets people to read his like Maribel Renko stories, because he knows people are gonna show show up for Yuri. So he like baits it but doesn't actually ever put any, and then like keeps like putting in like talks about beer, and then like, and then just to get people to be like, no, next time there's gonna be Yuri, and then just keep getting people to buy him. Buy my CD on the that, yeah, exactly. He's never actually gonna put Yuri in, but like he keeps like baiting people into thinking there's gonna be Yuri just by like the nature of how people are with ships. Kinda has nice boobs, whereas Kage's supposedly the prettiest person in Japan. What about the Moko X Chirno ship? You didn't even spell cringe right. At least you corrected yourself. I forgive you. To anyone. That's just, there's people that like Yuri. People really like some people get obsessed with ships, so they make them. And Moko is fairly popular for it for a few reasons, and that is because Moko's a fairly popular character. She's been around for a while, so that adds to things. Second, she has a lot of canon interactions. Third, a lot of canon interactions, which also helps the shippers a lot. Like, they grasp one piece of like source of like two people being near each other, and they're like, that's perfect. Third, she has a massive rivalry thing, and her and Kage kind of like hate each other to a degree. And because of that, when two people try to kill each other, this incentivizes people, for whatever reason, to ship them a billion times. I've seen this in every fucking fandom. If there's a game or a show where one character tries to kill another at some point, they will be shipped. Gojin still being Yuri the old-fashioned way. What do you mean the old-fashioned way? Is your pitch? What do you mean my pitch? I don't necessarily condone it or condemn it. I'm just like, here's a habit that I've seen, okay? Let me talk about Persona, right? Someone tries to kill someone in Persona. They're perfect for each other. Do I need to talk about the Akechi / Joker ships? Or the Adachi. Okay? Danganronpa. Some of the most common ships I've seen in that game are kind of like the ones that the game kind of pushes, and then who murders who. Like, that's a big thing in the game. I don't fucking understand why people do this. One character kills another in Danganronpa, and then they just ship them. The thing you can get, but like the Moko one still doesn't. Listen, I am not a Moko Kaguya shipper, but it is one of the most common ones on the market. In fact, when it comes down to like Touhou ships, that I would argue that like when I think of Touhou ships, like which are the ones that come to mind first, I'd say like Marissa X any of the magicians / Notori, and Maribel and Renko, and Kaguya and Moko. Honestly, Kaguya and Moko probably come to mind before Maribel and Renko. Like, of the ones that jump out to me, like, first. Obviously, there are others that are popular. I do not agree or don't agree. not much of a shipper myself, but like those are the ones that really do. Moko X Kaguya, and I will give an honorable mention to Moko Kaine, as that is also a, because that one kind of exists in a similar tier. Pick a favorite. What favorite ship? My favorite ship is the one that nobody ships. If you like a popular ship, that's cringe. So like that's also what I say here. I don't condone shipping here, unless it's an uncommon. I see Potato Bots here like shipping Irabu. That's boring. Mods, get him out of here. Like, I'll allow a ship of the day as long as it's something that like no one's like doesn't come up, right? Like, oh, who's your favorite ship? You know, I'm a big fan of Murasa x Minariko. I think they have a lot of synergy together. Genji x Mimo, yeah, something like that. Was any of the Tengu as well? Yeah, like Hatade. Oh, the Hatade one's great because you just get IX Hatade, and like Hatade just tops her every day. She's just the superior one. Asshole got tickled. I hate this fight for one simple reason. It's not true. That's one simple reason. One thing I hate about this fight is because if I die to anything on Sanyo, if I die to non-2 here, I'm like, okay, that's not 2. It is what it is. I can't be too upset. If I die to anything else, it pisses me off, and I'm like, I hate the fact that I died there. Contrast that to like Misumaru. If I die to Spell 1 or Suffocation, I'm like, you know, it is what it is. You'll die to those. That's the other thing about Stage 4. With like 90% of my Stage 4 deaths, if I die there, I'm like, you know, it's what it is. But if, like when I die to anything on Stage 3 that's not non-2, I'm like, oh. That's what grinds my pussy. Also, Potato Bot, you said you're kind of balanced playing a game, talking to a friend, and chatting stream. What game you play? Not as so weird. The peculiar. Maybe alpha for a racing game anyway for a while. Me. If you're telling the truth. Oh, either way, if you're telling. Either way. Throwing on final because I'm just like not paying much attention by that point. Like, ah, it's final. And then she moves to the left. I'm like, ah, there's a strict thing I can follow if I do it, fine. Oh, I deaths like that one where it's like, oh, there's a nice line here, but you just tapped slightly too much. Go fuck yourself. And just like that one too. Sanyo's gonna be the reason I smoke. When I start smoking cigarettes and I die of lung cancer, you can blame Sanyo for it. Sanyo's gonna be the reason I start drinking. I for sure I had the in there. Mesmerizing pattern, unfortunately, yes. I'll say, visually, Sanyo's patterns are all generally pretty cool. I do hate this spell. Just hate the execution heavy department on it. Like, that spell right there, like, I died because of execution at the end. But, like, for the most part, like, non-2, it's like... And even something like Peerless Wind God and, like, this game's Stage 4 spam, I feel like the bulk of the problem is just, like, can you read it? But this spell feels different. It just feels like a bulk of the problem is, can you fucking just, like... Oh, can you hit the gap? Maybe, maybe not. Here you go. Here's a small gap. Have fun. Obviously, there's more to the reading than just that, but, like, so much of it just feels like... Feels difficult for the wrong way on spell 1. Like, I like the reading on Non-2, as difficult as it is, especially when she moves down. Specifically when she moves down. Like, obviously it's frustrating at times, but, like... I feel like the biggest problem, like, the hardest parts of I have one example is just, like... the reading. That's why I don't particularly like something like Misumaru Spell 2. Probably my least favorite Misumaru attack, just because, like... It's really nothing about reading, and it's just all... And here's a tiny gap. Can you make the gap? He's just going to the left constantly. Oops. Okay, no, The only non-official Touhou shmup I have any experience with is a tiny bit of Ikaruga back several years ago. It's not that I hate fan-made shmups and the existence of them, it's just... I'm after my official LNNs, and kind of like, until that's done, I'm not super interested in playing like any other shmup. I've seen a little bit of like the FTFs. I've never played one myself. I've seen a little bit just because like people often post and or talk about it when they talk about fan-made shmups, but like that's about it. Such hours in the day. Yeah. Like that's the thing. Someday, do I want to play through some of the fan games? Probably. Like some of the fan-made shmups. But like, generally speaking, I LNN grind because I like the LNN grind, rather speaking, as much as I complain during the grind because they can be quite tedious. It's like one of the reasons I got into Touhou is because I wanted to go for this grind, and then everything else caused me to stay. And the other thing is, like, if I'm playing a shmup, I want to, like if I'm gonna sit down and play a shmup, I want to, like, grind, my LNN. And otherwise, I'm not really interested in shmups casually. It's also not, like, a genre I, like, have a strong love for. So, like, when I'm doing something else, where, I want to take a break from shmups. I want, like, okay, that's when I play Puppet Dance, it's when I play Lost Ranch, it's when I play Busy Person, it's when I play, Toe Soccer or whatever. Or if I'm on my own time, I'm doing something else, like I get a lot of shmup time as is. And for me, I just, I direct it towards this. I'm just doing chill and only play the mainline games, yeah. I mean, I played the official spin-offs. Maybe someday I'll play the fan games, it's just like... It's just not something on my priority list by any means. And I don't particularly like casually playing shmups is the other thing. Like, I like playing Touhou, like, try hard, kind of, almost. Ah! And so I kind of reiterate what I said before. Like, I want to, like, if I'm playing this shmup like this, I want to do some sort of grind like this. Oops. Also have a chicken butt. I like the two-phase reading on Non-2. It's kind of closer to three-phase, but I think it's kind of referred to as two-phase myself. It's frustrating at times. It's like an LNN day. I don't know, does it smell like anything unusual right now? Yeah, with something like that. Let's do a little bit of Megu and a little bit of Kaimata. I haven't touched them in a while. Boy, do I like to touch them. Good to get a refresher on the later two bosses sometimes, because I don't see them that often. And a lot of them is very, like, memory-based. A lot of fairly static game plans and patterns. Except for something like this, but... Ooh, close like General. Mega Man, not Tsukasa. Pretty colors. Like what I was talking about before, I hate this non. There's literally, like, no reading involved on this non at all. It's just a purely, like, hit the gap. This spell is similar, but there's at least, like, more to it. This spell has some of the similarities too, but there's enough variance going on. There's enough that you actively need to, like, be looking for as, like, the weave unfolds that it doesn't feel quite as at the same level, so I do enjoy it for the most part. Nice. Let's first try. Let's be optimistic. Give Kamada some look real quickie. I'll go rip some runs. I love non-1. And my brain farts. Like, that wasn't even the usual brain fart. That was just an after brain fart. Actually, that was a fairly common spot for me to done, because I do the previous wave, and then I kind of, like, farted for that wave, and then I, like, have the full time being up where I currently am with plays, and the next thing you know... Oop, what am I doing? Talking about weird plays. Roll the weirdest spell one. La 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 la. But like something like non-2 there, you know, it's similar in theory to the attacks I was complaining about before, where it's just like execution based. It's like not read based at all, but it's pretty generous. So it doesn't feel like attacks that are really strict on the execution department without much reading. I'd say this non is kind of similar. I do have some appreciation for it. This non's relatively generous. Or not, this spell is quite generous. Again, not something that grinds my gears too much. This non grinds my gears a little bit. That's because I'm too lazy to really think about it. And today is not the day I changed it. Like, I have a couple spots where, can we go to the moon? Unfortunately, you can't in this game. This spell, similar categories, not a lot of reads, it's mostly just a few lines, but it's not super restrictive, in my opinion. There's also, like not really much RNG at stake, too, that also comes into play. Like, that's one of the things that really sets Astonishing Kumo Mugasa apart. The fact that it's a hyper execution oriented attack, but it's also a fairly like RNG oriented attack too, which is not super common. Like, that second last spell there, super execution dependent, not very RNG based. There's a little bit of randomness involved, but I've not noticed like significant issues with it, like with getting bad luck. And like the variation is minimal in terms of how much varies. Okay, let's go dive up the cat. No, we will beat the cat. There we go. Should actually go take a brief pee and water break. I'll give the cat. I'll give the state one honest. Let's go. Do that. My favorite part of the speech. Toasty here? Bro fucking spelled here like that. Are you shitting me? No, Toasty's not here. At least I haven't seen him. Or hasn't said anything. So hi Game Glitcher, how you doing? Zuda really should have made every cat, you know? Like every time they they come on the screen. Like not one moment. Which Touhou is the most toxic wife Touhou? Like, of all of them? Is it Parsi or is it one of the other, like, Ishi problems? Like, Ishi ones? Like, in the toxic girlfriend department / toxic wife department. Which one's the worst? So easy, try again. What do you mean? What's your answer? If you say medicine, you're banned. Medicine's toxic! God forbid streamer tries a humorous conversation. Right, let me. If we don't want to hear those conversations, we go back to talking about how I'm definitely balding. Because I got my haircut yesterday, so I'm balding. I mean, I feel like canonically, Seiya is definitely one of the higher end characters. It definitely is someone worth considering. More or less than, like, Parsi or maybe Sega. Like, Parsi obviously is the one that, like, jumps to mind for potentially, like... But I feel like there are other considerations, like Seiya, Sega, maybe Tsukasa, right? Like, I feel like there are others that are definitely considerable. I think the matriarchs are a little toxic, but I don't feel like they have that level that like the previously mentioned characters have. What do you mean matriarch? Three beast matriarchs: Yachi, Saki, and Yuma. The matriarchs of the beast clans. She's the worst of the three. I would agree. I just don't think any of them, like, in the toxic level, like, toxic relationship level, like, hit the same regard. I think they're a little more in the sadistic, like they have their own levels of toxic relationship aspects, but I just feel like they're not. That's how you look way cool with the pointy teeth being butchered her old look. I definitely prefer the 17.5 appearance, but I don't mind either. Or I don't mind the new one, is what I should say. How does Yuma look in the, like, the shrine reading, like, booklet, right? There's the one with, like, the tabs on every character. That's the one that has Saki with massive boobs. How does Yuma appear at that? I actually don't know. Top of my head. Also, I really need Sega to jump up like 2 or 3 spots in the popularity poll this year, just so I can make a joke about the Sega 4 game. What's the book called? I don't know. I don't know if it's an actual book, but it's like the shrine like reading things. It's just like it's like all the characters with like a little like snippet on them or whatever, and there's like an image for all of them too. It's a 17.5 or okay. Is it official? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's official. Same artist as the 17.5 artist? Is that what you mean? Hold on 1 sec. She has pointy teeth again. Oh yeah, that does look, yeah, that looks exactly like her 17.5 art. She's not packing. She's not as top. She's not as top heavy as the Saki art. Oracle of Hawkeye Shrine. That's what it is. I knew it was something shrine related. I just didn't know the deets. Sage 3 times. Do up, stage 3, my goat. No, Yuma is my goat and my sheep. Whoa, that one was a little too horizontal for my taste, Gabe. It was just like slightly too disconnected from the rest of the lines. Yeah, I saw the line too. Oh, this game is just, this stage is just the je ne sais quoi. I killed one of those 2 guys early. Not that it makes a big deal if you do that, but it is. I went to tap, but I tapped too late. So I didn't get the second tap in. gotta be the most deep. This stage here has to be far away the most demoralizing stage I've ever done in a grind. After I win X, I really should go take a pee and water break. I was going to like 20 minutes ago, and I didn't. You know what the good news right now though is? It's a Friday. That means I get to go to bed tonight, and I don't get to wake up to my alarm. I get to sleep in. It is a Saturday, and Saturdays are still rather busy, but busy in a good way. And I get to sleep in. Okay, we're also gonna play the game of will I be a good person tomorrow? And when I wake up, within like 10 minutes, I get out of bed, or will I do the thing where I wake up and lay in bed on my phone for like an hour and a half, just rotting, before I decide to finally get up and waste half of my morning? Good cat. Oh, 2.67 power. I want to apologize. Oh, that guy shot one last bullet. Early 3.0, nice. Not that it's that big of a deal, but it's one of those cool, like, mini games you can play. Did I read that properly? I only read like half of it. I only kind of like glanced at that, so I had like a second and a half to process it. Dude who had to fight Yukari heads in 21. Maybe just not play the game, honestly. Listen, I respect Yukari heads as like some of the background for them is to like, or some of the like the effects that they've had, like, you know, I respect how they've grown to become popular. I do not find the Yukari head thing cute, interesting, or funny in particularly any real facet. I don't particularly care for that media form, personally. I'm not a fan, but I do have to give it to them in how much effect they've had on the community as a whole, and popularity, and like what they've done. It's a pretty unique thing. And how big it's done. I think there's a lot of there's a lot that I dislike about U3 as a whole, but I got, as much as I dislike them, I gotta give it some respect for what it is. I can respect it for what it is, still dislike it as a whole. Like yachts. You wanna hit that yacht? I don't know what that is. I don't know. I don't. I've heard. I feel like I've heard the yate or whatever you call that. The wall fence. I feel like I've heard that, but I don't know what it is off the top of my head. Why'd you put Chen in the jar? Also, there's a separate jar emote if you want to put someone in a jar and make it fill. Like I said, I feel like I've heard the name before. I just don't know what it is off the top of my head. $607 money. This is truly the blessed run or the cursed run, or maybe none of the above. Whoa! It's the weird bullet that's so disconnected from the normal line that just throws you for a loop. When that starting angle is just so offset from everything else. This is the rare double cutback? But like I found myself, I was like, well, I'm way too far to the left, and then like the cutback was just completely open for me. Nice money. I got one of the early kills. Yeah, those early kills isn't really that relevant, but it's... I fucking hate this fairy. Oh man. It's just I hate runs like this where you lose not because like you didn't read right, it's just because oops, you just tapped slightly wrong. Still, it was a good run nonetheless. I should go take a pee water break like I said before. Back. Who's messaging me? Oh my gosh, it's a fucking election cycle. I love getting fucking political messages. Spruce cover real quick. Hey, Potato Bot, it's a Friday. It's Friday. How late can you stay up tonight? How late are you going to be able to make it? Normally by this time on live streams, you're kicking the bucket. First person. Oh, come on, you can stay for another 2.5 hours, right? I don't know if I'll make it to 11 o'clock myself. Hold up, Puma. And you're already dying. I'll make sure to go extra late on my Touhou 18 then. Of course, you're gonna suffer even more. Also, I might mention this once or twice throughout the week, though I don't think it'll come up, and if it comes up, it'll probably be minor, but, late next week into the next weekend, my sister is moving. My sister and her husband are moving, and, I might help them with some shenanigans in the process, so there's a chance the stream might get delayed and or not do one on a day. Probably not. I probably will be able to get every stream. There is a fair chance one might get slightly delayed because of it. There's also a fair chance it won't come up as well at all. Yappa! That was just the final when Big Boss hated me. I don't think it's very, very likely. I believe that it's not going to be relevant at all, and it's not going to delay or interfere with any of my streams. But there is a possibility of it. And so I'm mentioning it. I don't think it'll come up, but if there is the possibility that I need to help with some things, unfortunately, helping does kind of take some priority, but I think it'll likely be, if I do help with some things, it'll likely be at times that are not during stream, and there's already quite a number of people to help as well. And I'm not someone who feels like I have the obligation in this regard to be like, oh, I need to be there no matter what, at all the times. And I know some people are like that, and they will be doing a lot of this stuff. So I just take a step back and only help with a few things. The nice thing for me is my sister's actually, she's about 25 minutes away. They're actually moving slightly closer to it, so it's only going to be about 15 minutes away from me. When I go down there on Saturdays after stream, it's going to be quicker. Yippee-ki-yay. Quicker going there and coming back. I saw it, I just didn't execute. So that's why I like turn-based RPGs. The execution aspect just isn't really a big aspect. I'm the one here. Gotta suck it up. There's probably 3 guys? Yep. No, it's... Once again, cat. Come on, cat. Don't do me like that. Oh, she did me like that. It's you guys again. In my mind is I wonder if I should start starting streams off with fake runs. And what I mean by that is start up, do a run until I die, and then go into practice mode from that spot, and then keep going till I die. And then, like, if I die at the spot, you know, like, say I do a run, I make it stage 3, I die, then load a practice from, like, freaking spam, say I die on that, then keep going, cap, you know, to cap that, and then I go, and maybe I die, like, Tanyan on 2, change the start of the practice spot to that, and then keep going till, and do the entire game like that, at the start of the day first. So I feel like there's some merit to that. Just try to remember that for tomorrow. Hello, back to stage 3. We're so back. That is PM, right? Hold on. Yes. Oh, battery in my headset. You kidding me? No, I don't have my fucking normal charger here. I left at my friend's house. Fuck. I'll be back there tomorrow, but I don't have it right now. I hope this works as a charger. Hold on, let me look this, make sure it's charging. Okay. I believe that's the charging light glowing. Brought my normal charger for which I use for my headset and my phone, or to my friend's house earlier. My phone was low in battery after work, but I didn't have time to charge it before I went over. So I was like, I'll just bring my charger with me. I forgot my charger there. World's quickest mid-non. Hello? 9.21? Understandable, Potato Bot. Have a good one. I hope you have sweet Aya dreams. Mwah. Do you need me to tuck you in? Game. Really wrong that last dodge pretty close to the chest. It's out of line, but execution based. Execution based gameplay, my favorite. Okay, back to you, Cat. Oh. She went double opposite movement there. I really decided to skirt close to that one for full bullet. Okay, Mikhail, I'm running out of one mores. I think if I'm not using the Aaron card, playing this type of big run idea is probably a really good alternative. I could do this, but God forbid we stage 3. Jimbo, for that matter. Now, Jimbo gave me a slightly bad corner in, but I played around it. That's a bit inspiring. Ooh. Actually had the 3 in a row for a sec. The blue guys do throw. You guys are awkward movement. Awkward reading. That was... It's those last two, like, overlaps at the end that are always... I don't know why those ones specifically, but those last two ones at the end always throw me for a dizzle. Why did I stop practice there? You can go into these tomorrow. It just goes into her anyway. What ends? Bruh. I first try Yellow Spam, first try Jimbo, like first try YYDO, but God forbid we get out of the early game. Oh, I got the line. This is why you gotta do a fake run so you can remember shenanigans like this. That was the world's dumbest plan. Yeah, I actually got punished for it. The problem is too many times it's like you start to do a movement and you're like, this is terrible, but you also hit the point where you're like, well, I don't have an alternative. Because I've already committed to it. Ahead, read this guy looking super. Fine, with the slight shift. There we go. 31 second too. That's pretty good. I already did Mega Moon Kamada, so I don't need to do them again. I'll do the stages. Good job, Casa. Effectively, perfect first try stage 5. I had a perfect first try Mega Move earlier. It's a little bit of a stretch. It's not technically true, but it is close enough. I'll do the stage. And then I'll give like one more run-in attempt. That's so long. We should went to the right, and that's technically bad movement, so like it definitely can extend things slightly, but peculiar. So why? Because like normally they'll send down to like the 4-second range, but 2.8 is really deep. Neat. Maybe there's a world I just do most of my runs as fake runs. Once I make it to stage 3. I'll give one attempt here, but nothing more since it's already been 2 hours. Which normally is a lot, but especially on a Friday. So see if I have the brain capacity to do busy person for long enough. Okay, make all the marbles on the line. Very nice find. Ditto. On A1 for the road. It's a good Tsukasa walk, but the problem is I saw Tsukasa. I just did Tsukasa practice like 5 minutes ago. You just missed it. Tsukasa moment was just back then. Okay, stage 3, one for the road. Going late here means we're gonna cut into my already limited busy personal time, but that's fine. It's a game that you can play slow. I don't have to super chunk. Sure, we can take these runs again. I don't know. I'm very likely resetting on first death this run, but I'm glad to have gotten here because I was ready to reset on one death Mickey. 908, quick kill. Anything that's over 9 seconds left is a very quick kill for Hidden on. That was a fairly tricky, green spam. Wow. Can't believe I played out of that. Oh, I just hate this fucking spell. Oh, why does this spell exist? Who designed? Why is it so fucking dog? Like, that should have been just like an easy have, but nope, execution-based gameplay. So it's crazy how I do one fake run and then suddenly I play better than I have the entire day. Like, the line looked so fine, too, and it just didn't quite line up. He's what he is. Oh, fuck this spell. Oh my fuck me! That was just certified non-3 run. Oh, well, I think we get. It was a good run nonetheless.